the quickest way to remove vomit stains from your carpet. We're going to jump in nice and quick on this one, give it nice and simple steps with using products that you are likely to have at home. Because no doubt you are reacting to an accident of some sort at home, whether it's the night after a party or your little ones maybe had a little bit too much to eat. Very brief bit of background about me though, because you don't want to believe everything that you listen to or read or watch on the internet. I'm Lee, I am the director at Vapor Clean Cleaning Services, and we offer specialist commercial and domestic cleaning services here in the southwest of the UK. Now, I'm a fully trained carpet and upholstery cleaner, and I've been trained on many other specialist cleaning services, and I've been delivering those services for many years. Now I run the business and we have multiple technicians out on the road doing exactly what I used to do when I started the business, supported by me. So I know what I'm talking about and I know the reasons why this works. You don't want to know why though, you just want to know that it works. So let's jump in. First of all, what are you going to need? Well, you want a bowl or bucket of warm water. Now it's important that it's warm, not red hot. You want a biological washing powder. Now it's really important that you use a biological washing powder because there are enzymes within that powder that will eat away at the contaminants. So this isn't just a quick fix for now until you get a professional in. This is a good long-term fix. However, keep watching because I do have some top tips at the end to make sure that you don't destroy your carpet. The next thing you want is some type of peroxide powder. You don't want pure peroxide because it could potentially damage your carpet. You want something that's just got a small amount in it. Now, I'm using Vanish Oxy Action. This is actually a really good product that will get rid of quite a lot of stains. It's mild, but it needs combining to make sure we tackle thick properly. One caveat I will say though is if you're dealing with natural fibres, so wool or anything along those lines, you really do run the risk of causing more damage than anything else. So if in doubt, I've got a top tip at the end, so watch to the end, check out that top tip on how you can save your carpet and get the professionals in to restore it. Right, let's get stuck in. First of all, you need to remember, react fast. The quicker you react with any stain, the more likely you are to get it out. Essentially, the longer a stain is in the carpet, the more your chances reduce of complete removal. So the first thing we're going to do, obviously, typically with sick, there's going to be some bits and pieces as well. Now, I'm going to be open and honest, and I am obviously staging this. This isn't sick. I can't vomit on demand, and I probably wouldn't do that for a video anyway. But I've done this many, many times. Got to be honest, been out on a few nights out and had a few accidents myself and had to clean it up the following morning. I've got two kids that have more than once had too much to eat, done some running around, and it's come back up as well. So I usually jump into this. Yes, I'm a professional carpet cleaner, but I don't always have the kit to hand either. So I'm in the same boat, but we are staging it today. So please imagine that there's a few more bits here, but what you want to do is first of all, just clear up the excess on the top. Then we're going to use the water that you've got and just dab at the area. Now again, this should be cold or cool water, so you can just literally dab the excess and remove it away. You're just removing it. You do want plenty of water. You need plenty of moisture there to really get it out. Please remember, don't scrub a carpet. I see on so many videos where they're explaining to you to scrub the carpet. Scrubbing the carpet is one of the worst things you can do because you actually force the stain in, but you also break the fibres. And especially if it's a wool carpet, you then don't end up with a perfect fibre. You end up with a distorted fibre and it just still never looks right, even if you get it clean. So once we've done that, we then need to obviously clean the area. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put half a scoop I've only got a small amount of water here, so I've got probably 2 litres of water in the bucket. So I'm going to put half a scoop, that was about a scoop and a half in there. So I've just put half a scoop into there, and then I'm going to put another half a scoop of the peroxide as well. And we're just going to pour that in. And then we're just going to mix it up to get it to dissolve. It may take, if you're using ice cold water, it may take a little while to dissolve. It doesn't need to be ice cold. You just want it to be lukewarm, essentially. Now, there is a quick hack here as well that could save you some time. Now, obviously, if you have access to a wet vac or a spot cleaning machine, that would work really well, and I would use that multiple times throughout this stage. Don't put any cleaning solution in a spot stain removal machine. Just literally use the water solution, and again, use it on a lukewarm setting or a cold setting. But rather than just doing the dabbing that I've just done there, you could actually wet vac that out, and maybe just use the water and then wet vac it out again. If it's a spot stainer, obviously you can apply water and release as well. If you don't have a wet vac, here's the actual hack coming in. And this is also a way that you can save your carpet if you are concerned and don't want to run the risk. And in all honesty, I would always advise when it comes to certain stains, such as vomit, I would always advise seeking professional advice and getting a professional out. Why? It's not just because we want your business, that's not the point. The reason is because it's the acidity of the vomit that causes the damage. And when you use the wrong products, you will increase or unbalance the acidity and stuff like that. All sciencey gobbledygook that I'm not going to bore you with, but that's what locks in the stain. Now, that is a term for you from the industry. It's locking in the stain, which means we can't remove it. Doesn't matter which carpet cleaner you call, we can't remove everything. We never guarantee that because it is impossible to guarantee. There are too many factors at play. And frankly, when people do have a go at removing stains, usually they lock it in and they make our life harder, if not impossible. So the hack. If you are unsure, now this will go for vomit, this will go for wine, this will go for urine. Basically, any liquid stain that you don't want to tackle yourself and would think it's better to get a professional in. Get a cloth or paper towel or whatever and really get as much moisture out of the stain as you can. Then you want a fine table salt and you just literally sprinkle over the top of the stain as much as possible and leave it. Leave it overnight and it will draw all of the liquids out of the carpet itself. It stops it going into the fibres of the carpet because it gets into the salt instead. You can then use your normal vacuum just to vacuum that up, potentially do it again afterwards. That's if you can't get a carpet cleaner out immediately, which is unlikely. Any carpet cleaner that can come out the same day for a domestic job is probably not good enough to get a stain out anyway, frankly. Obviously, there's exceptions to that rule. Won't be too judgmental. But you can use that to buy yourself more time. Right, getting to the point. So we've now got our mixture. What do? We are going back to the same process again. We're just wetting our cloth and then rinse it out a little bit. And we're just literally going to dab at the stain. Now, what you want to do then is just bring up as much of the moisture as you can. Again, if you've got a wet vac, good point, just to vacuum this over. Then what you want to do is you just want to get some clean water just to actually rinse that out. There we go. So we're now going to use a clean cloth with some clean water and we're literally just going to go back over the stain again. Now what we're actually doing here is we're trying to minimize the amount of cleaning solution that is then. So the peroxide and the cleaning detergent, we want to try and rinse as much of that out as possible. Now that's why I say if you've got a wet vac, that's great, because you can really draw out some of those stains. If you don't have a wet vac, you are going to leave some residue in the carpet. Now, I'll refer back to some of these hacks. You clean the carpet using a saucepan lid, you know, you wrap it in the cloth and you just buff it over the carpet. That leaves cleaning solution in your carpet. When a professional cleans your carpet, yes, they will use a cleaning solution, but they also use a neutralizer in their machine as well, which neutralizes the cleaning solution. So essentially the best way for me to explain this is a soap, any cleaning solution, that's what both of these are, will attract the dirt. It basically pulls everything to it and then you absorb it out with something. But you can never get rid of all of it. We can't, even with our big industrial machines, we can't remove it all. So we have to use another solution that stops the first solution working. Otherwise, it continues to attract dirt, which is why some people believe it's not worth having your carpets cleaned because they get dirty again within a matter of weeks. That only happens if the person doing the cleaning doesn't do their job properly or know what they're doing. So what we do is we use the water and we just absorb as much of this up as we possibly can. And then what we'll do is we'll use a dry cloth or some paper towel and we just press it over and we get as much out as we possibly can. Now, as you'll see, that will get rid of all of the vomit there as well, but it will still be wet. So you need to let it dry and it will be fine. Again, another hack, if it is a little bit wet and you want to get some of that moisture out, use the salt over the top and vacuum it out the next day. But letting it dry should be absolutely fine. So there you have it, the easiest way to remove 6 stains from your carpet. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. Please do drop us a comment below if you have any of your own hints or tips or any thoughts on the video at all. If you want to check out any more of our hints and tips, please do click here. Or if you want to know more about Vapor Clean and you want to see behind the scenes of what it's really like to run a UK cleaning business, then you can click here and you can watch our Behind the Clean series. And we really do throw open the doors to show you exactly what it's like to run a growing UK cleaning company.